Okay, yes, I am a little late as usual. Yeah, etc., etc. Okay, so today I am doing part two of yesterday's part one, and that would be building a Lego Technic BMW R1200 GS, and I am damn near done with it. All I've got to do is grab this here instruction manual, switch over my camera thingy, and we'll get going. Now, fortunately, I was smart enough to have marked off the page with the decals, so I'm gonna throw those out there and make sure I'm on the right step, because this thing, as I said once or twice yesterday, is crazy. Right, here we go. Dun dun dun. See, it's looking crazy. I don't know. Where is I need to make sure that my camera is not doing a light correcting, because that is terrible when it does it. It creates quite a bit of, I don't know, delay in the video for some reason. So we're just going to check that real quick here, and it is under low light compensation. This makes it much better. Dun, dun, dun. See? Anyway, as you can see in front of me, there is the bike. At least most of it. You can't see the front wheel because it doesn't quite fit all in frame, does it? Wow. Okay. That's all right. We'll deal with it. There is an instruction manual that I'm going to put underneath this thing. And I think from what this says, I have about 50, it looks like I have about 50 or so steps left to finish this off. And what I'm going to do after that is jump into some Elite Dangerous. So once I get this done, I'm going to shut the stream down for a few minutes, readjust the camera because I don't need it pointed at my chest for that. You get to see my ugly mug again, and woo! So, one of the things I mentioned a couple times yesterday is that we live in a day and age where these little plastic containers are just super easy to get a hold of, and very handy for doing this kind of stuff. Not only because you can put lids on them and store them this way, but also because these things tend to run in scattered directions at random intervals, and yeah, they're a pain. So I'm going to set these over here because I know that's the rack for the saddlebags, and I have a couple of these. I have one of these built. Oh, and I probably should mention, because yesterday's stream ended very abruptly, something I apologize for. We had a cat that we thought got out on us because our back door was open, and whoops. So we, but fortunately, he was just being an asshole cat and hiding in a closet and watching us run around like crazy people, yelling his name and trying to find him. So that was a good time. So I've got this part here. It's part of the body work for the bike. So I'm going to figure out where I left off and what facing this was in. Looks like this way. Okay, so yeah, I was on 157, and that calls, there's a nice little decal sheet that they include with this that I'm going to do when I've got a little bit more focused light and I can find my X-Acto blades. When I put that kind of stuff on, I'm an old modeler from way back in the day, and whenever doing anything with decals, it's really nice to use the tip of an X-Acto knife to place your decals on your models, mostly because you get an accuracy with it, and you can touch very little of the adhesive on the back of the decal, and that, obviously what that's going to do for you. I shouldn't have to explain that bit, but yeah, I've used an X-Acto for that kind of stuff for years and years, so it's really handy. I don't know if this is going to sit here like this, but we're going to try it. So this goes on this away. Okay, need to switch hands. there is a peg that is going to hang out. No, that doesn't look right. No, I bet you I'm not quite done with this yet. I bet you that's what's... Yes, yeah, that's true. Okay. Whew, yeah, there's not like looking at that and no, there's pieces that are totally missing off of this. So this is going to sit this way. And what did I say? I was on 155. Okay, so that snapped on there. Got that done. And now I need, I need one of these. Two of these little double-ended connectors that there were like 1,000 of in there. I wondered how in the hell we're going to use all of those things by the end. But and then I need one of the, there's a loop. I should pull these out of here because I know I'm going to get them mixed up with a bunch of stuff and they're huge. So, and there's the part that I need. I also recommend a much bigger table. Just saying. Okay, so this held this way. This goes in the back through here. And then... oh, these two go through the top here. I'm sure they're going to have to line up in some way. And then this seems to go on here. Oh, I see. And then these pieces slot in place like this. That's one of the things that I've been tripping out about these, the way that this is put together. There are a lot of you set pins for things that you're going to add to it later, like these two blue pieces here were set outward for the construction of this whole half, and then once you clamp that on, you put it this way so it's got a pretty good amount of support for it. And that's one thing that the models that we had back in the day, they didn't always do that. They've gotten a hell of a lot better at parts design and general engineering in the, 30 years it's been since I've really sat down with something like this. But, yeah, my family has always been motorcycle enthusiasts. In fact, my mother and father just sent me photographs of a ride they took yesterday. So it's yeah. That's good. Alright, so there is a piece on here that I'm trying to align this and figure out where that goes. Looks like the back of this piece comes right up underneath this here. So it doesn't... okay, yeah, I see. Because this line's right up with the top of this. Alright. I think I've got it. If it doesn't snap in or it looks all screwed up, then I'll know I've got it wrong. Yeah, that's got to go there. That looks right, doesn't it? This piece right here. It's pretty wild. And yeah, I'll do this again because I did it several times yesterday, but right above my finger here, there is a yellow dot. And when you roll the back wheel, let's see if I can get a decent shot of this. It's a 2-cylinder boxer engine, and the pistons move in it. It's just awesome. The engineering that went into putting this thing together just blows my mind. Alright, so now I've got to build the one that goes on the other side here, this blank space. It was a lot easier to do this when it was a lot smaller because this whole bike doesn't fit in the frame. Alright, So I need another one of these. Basically, I'm building that whole thing that I just put together yesterday and today, putting that together in the opposite direction. So I'm going to need one of those. Need 3 of these. Okay, so I'll have 4 of those because I need one for the next step anyway. And then all 3 of these holes are used for this. Here we go. And then, what else do I got here? One of these. This goes through the second one. With this in here. I probably should have done this one first. Yeah, probably should have done that one first, like it said in the instructions. But hey, you know, born to rebel, right? So those are 2 of those blue ones, and one of the shorter blue ones with the teeth on it. Let's see. And then there is this really crazy looking, I don't even know how to describe it. It's nuts. It's kind of like an elbow, sort of. Alright, so the geared part goes through this side. And like I was saying a few minutes ago, this is where oh my goodness, Hap. This is where the where these come into play. What I was talking. Oh no, I skipped ahead. Hang on. No, not to that point yet. I'll get to that in a minute. I have a bad habit of doing that. All right, so I need 2 more of these. These go through the middle of this here. Like a dough. And then this goes on the outside of that one that was free, like this. Alright, now I get this crazy elbow looking thing. And these are the pins that I was talking about with the other half of this, the part that's on the bike already. That in steps you set up these pins, they're going to hold everything together once you get to a certain point in the construction. And it's pretty good. I love the way that they've the way that they do these instruction books these days. Crazy detailed. And apparently if I had a tablet or a phone that I understood how to use, you can get digital instructions that you can pan and zoom and turn something 360 degrees to get a look at. You know, it's mind-blowing to me. Alright, so this goes through this 4th one here. No, wait, that can't be. Yeah. It's gonna go there. Okay. Yep. That should be right. Now, I need the other half of this body piece here. 2 of these, and 1 more of those little loop-ended there it is. This thing was a total of 603 parts, I think is what it said. Yeah, 603. That's pretty insane. So I was talking to my mom last night, and I told her that unfortunately I had to end the stream very abruptly yesterday, and as a result I didn't get this finished, but I was pretty close to it. And she was pretty shocked. She's like, "What? You're already almost done?" Like, yep. You don't understand, I guess. Maybe you weren't paying, enough attention to what I spent hours and hours and hours doing as a child. But yeah, it was spent with these, really, very largely. Okay, so now this goes on here thusly. And then these pins go through here. Pretty sure that's the way that it goes. I'm going to look at the other one because something just doesn't... Yeah, that's right. Something just didn't feel right about the way that this one was going together versus the other one. Okay. So then these, like I was talking about earlier, these are the pins that set through one part and into another. These are the kind of things that we didn't really have the option for back in the day, which makes this all the more impressive. Alright, so now this goes on the outside of this. Let's see if I can pop this up enough. And it looks like this goes right here. If I can get underneath it. Yeah, this didn't feel the same way that this other one did. That's kind of... Yeah, no, something's off. I betcha I skipped the same step I tried to skip last time. But yeah, that doesn't go on there like that. That can't go on there like that. Yep, I skipped the exact same step that I skipped last time. Getting them apart once you've put them together is a little difficult. Okay, so this should come off of here. And then it's this part that requires... No. Alright, it did that bit. And then there are... Yeah, I see what I did. I did not put these through here. Okay, so that lines up that way. And then this piece that holds those two, okay. Then this one just gets that ring there, and then two clips to the top. And then this bit should attach here now. Oh, it's because these both came out on that side. I see. So what am I missing? There's something I'm missing here. Yeah, because this piece doesn't lay in underneath that one. Oh yeah, I guess it does. Okay. Huh. I am failing to understand what I don't understand. Okay, before I clamp those down, I'm going to make sure that this looks right. I see how it attaches to the top. Huh, okay. I guess that is. Alright, now we'll put this in here. Okay, so that snapped together. Yeah, it was right. It just, I don't know, it felt kind of strange. to start off with there. Alright, so now there is a bar that goes across the inside of that. And it is one of these guys. And this lays through the middle of this. I brought this, this is the bar that holds the back of the cowling on the sides here. Click, click, click. Alright, so that holds that on. So let's see, what do we got here? Next. Okay, now is the time where I put this thing aside for a little while, because this is the part where we attach saddlebags to the back, but I still have to build said saddlebags, and that is what all these bits over here are for. Alright, so we need, there's a long gray geared bar here, one of those, and one of these, and I actually need, yeah, just one. Okay, for right now anyway. I'm going to be getting a lot more of those in the very near future. So this bit here, one of these goes to the middle of the short side, and then there is a thin bar I need a pair of. Both of these stack over the end of this longer bit here. And there's an L bracket, one of those, and that goes on the end of this, like this. Then there's one of these frames that goes over the top of it, like this, and two of those that go through these all the way through. Maybe. What would that be? Because I wasn't paying attention, that's why. No, it's right. Okay. So I want to make sure that this runs all the way through here before I smack this down. There we go. Okay. So this goes back over the top of this thing. This goes through here. Let's see if I can center these down this way. My bot is broken. Uh-oh. What broke? Here, let me, oh, I bet you I know what happened. Thank you for telling me that, Hap. So, part of the problem that I was having yesterday, my internet connection was failing on me, and what I ended up having to do was swap the direction of the cables that were leading into and out of, and etc. And so now I think it's the mic picking up on the camera autofocus. Really? Are you hearing a humming in the background? Because if that's the case, it's probably our dryer. Laundry! It's laundry day. Alright, so I need 7 of these connectors here. Yeah, because I just now picked up on chat because I guess that wasn't working before and it is now. So I apologize that, yeah, I am so focused that I completely didn't see chat. So, hello Smeeshi, hello Sarg, hello Hap, hello Purple, hello Shah. How are you all today? Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. And I do apologize. It's just a quick buzz noise. It happens when you lean in and out. That's interesting. Okay. I will try to make my movements more deliberate. Alright, so this goes...
Oh, God.
Turn this way so that I'm looking at it properly. And then this goes in here. And then 1 in this corner. And then 4 along the back. Not sure if it's a physical sound or something internal in the camera. Yeah, that could be. Bah. Don't tell me I have to go back to using the headset mic, please. Because that one was real tinny. I did listen to a stream that I used it for, and meh. So we need 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these. And to answer the stream long question, I finally found out what I'm going to be using these things for. It's very low. It's been happening for months. Oh, I did not notice. Dope. Alright, so I need 4 of these, 8 of these. Then we take one of these, put these in the center. One of these bars on top of it. Then through the outsides. Do that twice. And both of these make the ends of this box here. All right. I am building precision German engineering. I am indeed. And this is how far I've gotten on it. I don't know if you were, because I was neglecting to see chat. I don't know how long you've been here, and I apologize. I don't mean to be ignoring anyone. I really don't. I just didn't realize that wasn't working. No, it's a BMW. Well, yeah, it's... Well, okay.
I like how your internet friend get an apology.
What?
But I get ignored all day.
Oh.
I never get an apology.
Oh. Do not.
Yes.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. So if this stream ends short... Okay, so those go on the end there, and then I need 4 more of each one of these. 2, 3, 4. Okay, putting the rest of these back in here because I know I'm going to need them very shortly. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So 4 of those, 4 of these. And these just snap together. What does BMW stand for? Bavarian Motor Works. Well, and I can't say it in the proper language because I barely have a grip on English. So, but yeah, it's Bavarian Motor Works. my father would slap me for not being able to. Pardon. Dang it. The only problem with having a wood fire is that it dries the hell out of the air. Okay, so that goes on there like this. Oh, tell me these open. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Did that. We're good. Next page. So now I need 2 more of these guys to put through the back of this. Whoa, that's a crazy piece. Okay, so I've got that. Now I need another one of these rails. 2 of the 5 long thicker ones, 2 of the 5 long thinner ones. A little teeth in it. And then 1 of the long blue connectors and 2 of these red teethy bars. And then this crazy piece right here. These are things that, man, they didn't make stuff like this when I was young. That isn't just an insane thing. I don't understand how they think of this stuff. Alright, so now I have to grab one of these and put the blue short side through this. These 2 go on the end. And this goes on the end of this. Oh, and then the red ones run through this piece here. Now, I want to make sure that this doesn't have a specific want to make sure that this thing doesn't have a specific orientation now that I've put all that stuff together. Those don't go all the way through, which I find kind of strange. I'm not sure why that would link up like that. Alright. Well, they know what they're doing. And then this goes through the front side. And then this whole thing goes on top of this. Like this. Yep, I guess. Yeah, that's the direction it's still facing. Oh, stubborn. Of course, it wants to go all the way on there before I get these set in. There we go. Brilliant. Alright, so that goes in there like so. It's weird that they would use pins that were too short to hold that in. I'm not sure why they would do that. Okay, so then this is held like this. There's a sticker that goes on there. Those will go on later. Oh, I think I see why now. So then this goes on the back of the bike, right underneath this, and then this pins in there like that. Oh, that is cool. So there's the saddlebag on the top of it. And if I'm not, no, I guess it doesn't. I was thinking that they that one of them would open, but I guess it does not, so that's okay. I'm alright with that. It doesn't need to. Okay, so we'll very carefully set that down over there, because we've got to build the other side. Da-da-da. Don't need those yet. There's the L bracket, and one of the longer blue pegs goes in this side. Oop, wrong way. that side there. Dun, dun, dun. And then I need some of these smaller, or these two thin ones that go over the end of this. And then this one over the end of that. Then we need another one of the frame pieces here and two of those gray bars. Okay. Make sure I put even pressure on them so that I don't bend anything. Alright, so those posts are through there. And, oh yeah, that's a good call. I haven't done that today. So I turn this around. 3 pegs along the back, missing that one. Four on the front. Woo! Yeah, nice. Did everybody win? Did anybody not win? I think everybody won. That's a switch. The decaffeinator. Good call. So, let's see here. What do we got? Okay, so that is done with that. Now I need 8 more of these. And 4 of these. And I remember how these go together. Maybe I don't. Yeah. Alright, so now those both go on the ends of this bit here. And that bike starts up when you're done. I'm going to freak out. Yeah! There you go. I think the cats would join you. Yeah. I think they'd pretty well freak out too. So what I should do is dig out my old radio-controlled car. I have an old RC10 that's been gathering dust for eons. You get some new battery packs for it because the ones that I have are probably dangerously outdated. But yeah, I used to race quite a lot back in the day. About 8 years, give or take. Okay, so I need 4 of these guys here. In fact, our landlord's dog had not, she hated me for, God, the better half of, what, 6 years because of that car.
What's that?
My RC10.
Oh, yeah.
Our landlord's dog. She did not like me because I was driving the car around and she was terrified of it. And, I mean, I wasn't chasing her with it, but she was running after it and barking and carrying on, so she didn't like it. Okay, so now those go through there, and then these go here. I wonder if that's... I wonder if I have that backwards altogether. Oh, no, they do open. Okay, cool. Excellent. Dun-dun-dun. I just had the wrong side in my head when I was looking at it. Alright. So now on the top of this, we need 2 of these pins that go in this side. Maybe I can spell. Smeegee! How's it going? What you up to? Or should I say, Smeegee? Anyway, where is the next step? Alright. We've got 2 of those. Alright, so we'll set that aside for a moment because I need crazy parts. I need one of those. Two of these. Yeah, that's the wrong. Oh no, I do need 2 of those, but I've got one up here already. And then I need to find another one of these thin bars. Alright. And one of those. So now I take one of these blue spacers here, drop that in there, put these 2 thin ones over the top of it. I'm noticing a pattern. Hibernating from the snowpocalypse and the freezing cold weather, I refuse to leave my house today. How much did you get? Oh my god, Hap, it's rigged. That was terribly rigged. Horribly, terribly, hideously rigged. Just ordered pizza and salad delivery. No way I'm clearing off my car. You know, I'm looking outside and there's just little thin wisps of clouds just kind of in that direction over there. And otherwise it's, you know, like really glorious blue skies. The sun is shining. It's a little chilly outside. Not red or green, which is unfortunate. Okay, so these go through this way. And then this goes on the back of this. And this goes... How was this oriented before? With these 2 pins at the front. Okay, so this goes on like this. Yeah, this is the fun part. You know, and I just realized something. The way that I was trying to open that saddlebag, I have to laugh at myself because it shows how old I am. See, saddlebags, side of the bike, you know, let me put this thing on here. Saddlebags would sit across from the seat like this. And they would open like luggage this way. And it was always a really, truly horrible design because, you know, you'd be driving down the street and, well, you didn't latch the latches very, you know, very well. And, yeah. Out go all your clothes, you know, everything. So, yeah, it's smarter to put them on top here, to have them open at the top. But that goes to show you, you know, how aged. Alright, so let's see. 7 to 8 inches of snow, and it's a high of 9 degrees.
We have some extra degrees.
We have some extra degrees. We could loan you 2 or 3. German engineering for the win. Indeed. Agreed. Let's see, 7, 8 inches of snow, 9 degrees. In Erie, Pennsylvania, got 50 inches over 30 hours. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Wow.
That's why we moved west.
That's why we moved west. Yeah. Yeah, I love New Mexico. All right, and then this pin throws down through here to hold that in place. I put those pins in there a long time ago, too, which is pretty crazy. Like I was saying, you know, they have you build stuff that later will get moved into place. It's pretty nuts. Okay, so what do we got next? I'm going to lay this thing in my lap because it is starting to scare me at how big it is. Okay, no, maybe not, because I do have to build the top side bag that takes the rest of these rails. So I'm going to take a wild guess that it's going to go together very similarly to the other ones. I need one of these 5 bars and one of these long pegs here. These go, I think there's only one more of these in existence in here too. I'm having trouble finding them all. There we go. I need those. I need another one of those in a minute. Both of these go over the end of this peg here. It's so hard to scoop something in Elite Dangerous. Hap. That's terrible. Alright, so this goes in the middle here, and these 2 gray pegs go through the ends of it, like the other ones did. Okay, there we go. You don't need to explain it. Collector limpets, yes. Collector limpets change everything. That is really the bomb of it. And then we need 6 more of these little guys here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I would love more coffee. Oh, you can just heat me. I wasted a lot of it by letting it sit there. My lovely wife brings me coffee. She's so awesome. Generally, if okay, yeah, Sarg, you make a very good point of it. The whole cargo picking up and collector limpets dying on you. There is a strange thing, and I'm not sure if it was intended, and I'm not certain why it would be. But if you have something targeted, and a limpet goes after it and picks it up and carries it back to your ship, they'll put it back into your they'll put it into your ship, and they will immediately expire. I'm not certain why, but the way that you can get out of that is just, you know, look at your left-hand menu to see what contacts you have in the area, because the stuff that you can scoop with the cargo scoop shows up on your contacts list. Look through that to see what's there, and don't target any of it. And then the collector limpet will just go. And I have tested that theory, by the way, and it does work. I have had them smack into the bottom of my ship. Keep that in mind too, that they can run into the bottom of your ship. They're about as smart as the dolphin pilots that you'll run into going into and out of space stations. Or rather, they'll run into you, but you'll still get the fine. Alright, so now I need 2 of these 5 bars. One of the blue ones with a gear on it. I call it a gear, it's not, I don't know. That's the best way to describe it. And then 2 of the black connectors that I had 1,000 of to start with. And then it wants a decal on this, but again, I'm going to do that later because it's easier for me to do it on a whole model when I have a whole lot of light and my X-Acto knife. So we'll throw these in here, and then this goes on top of this, I think. Yeah. Huh, they didn't put arrows in for that. That's weird. This goes in with the gear up. And then this goes on the back of this here. Like so. Now I need 8 more of these black connectors. I'm just going to grab them right out of here. And these are more of the side rails that I've built a lot of already, so I'm just going to go through them here. Come here, stubborn. Alright, so I have 2 of those, and then these 2, get them in the middle. And connect to the bottom of these. You just ram them most of the time. Oh, that sucks. You'll get used to it, Shaw. It's a thing. It's a bit of a pain. It took me like an hour to figure out why in the hell my cargo scoop wasn't working in an SRV because we picked up Horizons over the weekend, and it was killing me to figure out why my cargo scoop would deploy and immediately retract. Well, it's set to auto. It's set to hold rather than tap. And it took me forever to figure that out. It was really frustrating. Alright, so these go on the sides here. And then next page says we grab one of the L brackets, one of these 5 long ones, and 2 of the black connectors and one of the blue ones with the gear on the end of it. Alright, so then this one gets both of the black connectors. This goes on top of it, facing this way. And you okay?
Yeah, they just really finished on that.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and put it there. That way you don't have to wrestle with stuff. Thank you, my dear.
You're welcome.
Alright. And then this goes pointing inward, snapped on this way. Meow. What you mean, meow?
He thinks he wants chips, but he doesn't like it.
Yeah, he doesn't really like chips. He wants to like them. Alright, so I need 2 of these long ones. There's a gray piece much like it, but it has a geared end to it. 2 of those blue. Ah! Don't roll away. 2 of those. 1 of these. Okay, I need the corner of my mouse to hold the book down. 3 of these long bars. And it is getting to the point where I think I'm just about done with this. Booyah. The booster has a better payout. Yes, indeed. Well, because it would be offensive to Fuzzy if it didn't pay out better. I've got to make some more of those. I just need I need to come up with names. In fact, let's see here. Once I'm we'll do that in Discord. Once I'm done with this stream, I'll come up with something, and like somebody who creates a good boss fight setup for it, you know, gives me an idea for what to use for it. I will gift that person some beans, even though, you know, the beans are pointless and the opinions don't matter. Is that how it went? No. All right, so I need to take one of these, put the back shorter side through here like this, whoop, and then drop it. And then these two go over the top of this, like so. Then this, oh, wrong one. This goes through the middle here. This one holds this on, like so. And then this snaps over the top of it. Make sure I've got this pointed in the right direction here. How was this oriented in the last one? Yes, it is. Okay. Excellent. That's weird. All right. Come on now. Oh, and by the way, our laundry's done.
Laundry's done.
So yeah, these pop open. Little saddlebag. I'm sure I can figure out something to put in there. Then this is going to go on the back of the bike, I'm sure. Either that or it's just an extra one. I don't know. In case you spill your luggage all over the place. Oh yeah. Hey, look at that. Apparently there's, wait a minute, there's something that, yeah, there's, because I've got, alright, Sid said yesterday, bets on how many parts he has left. I skipped a page, I bet you two of them stuck together. Because there are parts left. And if you guys want to take a guess as to how many parts are left, let's do that. Somebody shout to Sid, tell him to get in here because he's going to want to take part in this. That's excellent. Guess how many parts I have left when I thought I was finished building this. And the person who gets closest gets 500 beans. What do you say? And this is going to go on here. Oh, the pin sits at the back. Okay, so it goes on here like this. $37 parts is Hap's guess. Yeah, somebody yell at Sid. 7 parts. All right. Oh, what are you stubborn thing? Just go on there. Sid, Market has parts left over. Get to the stream. Dope. Okay, this does snap on here. There we go. There's one. And there's two. Goodness. Alright. So it's almost done. And this pops open that way. And these pop open on the top. Dun, dun, dun. Like that. Isn't that cool? Alright. So I'm going to set this aside, and then I'm going to go looking through the instruction manual to figure out exactly where I blew it. But yeah, I've got a considerable amount of parts left here. A lot of parts. 0 parts left because you believe in me. $1, Bob. You build the rider with the extra parts. Yeah. Oh, these are the ones that you get stuck up your nose, right? Isn't that? And then she's going to yell at me.
I will not be making a midnight run to the emergency room.
Okay. No midnight runs to the emergency room. Okay, so we've got one guess at 37 parts, one guess at 7 parts. Cordy! One guess at 0 parts, but unfortunately we already know that I do have parts left. Thankfully, there are 2 of them that are very, very specific, and I know where they go. Yep. I found the page that I missed. It was right after the bar that held the, right after I put the center bar through to pin the cowling on the sides of the bike. But I'm still gonna hold to this, and I'm gonna count these because I still have. Oh, that was showing too much. I need to lay them out so I can count them all because there are a few. I'm just going to do another count to make sure. Okay. I know how many there are. But apparently Sid is not hanging around because, let's see, maybe they are hover bike specific, except maybe I'm debating whether the ER is worth it. Oh, whether the ER is working. Uh-oh. Dope. Yeah, dude, if you're feeling bad enough to go, go. Don't question it. Let's put it this way. The way that I've always thought about it, if it came into my head, maybe I should go to the hospital for this. Go to the hospital for this. The last time that happened to me, if I had not... Well, okay, technically I wasn't the one that decided. It was the passing out at work that decided. But I had been thinking about going to the hospital because I had a really bad flu, or what I thought was a really bad flu. Ended up being pneumonia. And the doctor told me it's a good thing that your boss forced you to come in here today because you'd have been dead on Monday. And it was Friday. So, whoops. So yeah, straight up, dude, in all seriousness, if you're feeling bad enough, go. Even on two different antibiotics, and steroids, nothing seems to be working. Jeez, dude. Ugh. That's not good. You need to take care of you, even though I'm no good at doing it myself. I'm sure that my wife and son just laughed. I'm surprised that she must not have heard.
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
My eyes are rolling.
Your eyes are rolling. Debated, decided, should I go? And it was a perforated appendix. Oh, God, dude. Yeah. You don't frack around with that kind of stuff. So, Sid is going to miss... That's true. I never do really get sick. But that's all the more reason that when I do come down with something, I should probably, go. Even though I don't.
No.
Yeah, I know. But, hell, my wife brought home the swine flu. And we're not talking about, we thought it was a... No. She brought home the swine flu. Period. I watched her in less than 24 hours go from like she looks now to like somebody shot her. It was awful. And yeah, it was just, oh God, I've never seen somebody get sick like that fast before.
It's 14 days of school.
14 days of school from it. It was a nightmare. I didn't catch it. I was in the same house, leading up to that for years, and I was in the same house with her throughout the entire gestation period of this illness. Yeah, it was awful. It was like a pig came by, dipped its mouth in a vat of liquor, H1N1, smeared it all over the house, and I didn't get liquid. Yes, liquid H1N1, and smeared it all over the house, and I didn't get sick. Yes, exactly. It was crazy. It was really crazy. So, the immune system in this one is strong.
Ever get the swine flu?
What's that? Yeah.
Don't ever get the swine flu.
Yep. Don't ever get the swine flu.
Just don't do it.
It's miserable. Like the night before, I think it was a Thursday night, you came home and you had a little bit of a sniffle, or you went to work with a little bit of a sniffle. They sent you home early because your eyes, nose, everything running, and you could barely breathe, coughing and sneezing, and then by the next morning your eyes were glued shut. Awful.
Yeah.
Just awful. Yeah, so we took her to the doctor and you get her the hell out of here. She's spraying Lysol all over the place. Oh, hose her down.
We had to to cancel graduation that year.
Had to cancel graduation
High
from
school
it.
and sixth grade graduation.
And 6.
And
Yuck.
our cultural fair.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, everything was canceled.
Yep. Yes, indeed. Poor Mrs. Market. I agree. So yeah, Cordy, if you're,
But I had a good nurse.
yes, you did. You did.
Yeah, go to the hospital.
Yeah, go to the
If
hospital.
you're sick, go.
It's probably not swine flu, but
No, but if you're that sick after a couple of rounds of
Yeah.
antibiotics,
Yep,
you need to go.
indeed. Don't mess around, dude. We need you here and healthy and happy. And Hap says, I have a high tolerance for pain, so when the gut cramps had you writhing on the floor, you figured you need something. Yeah, I needed professional attention. Indeed. Okay, so Sid is going to miss out on this because I got to carry on. And it looks like Hap was the closest. Wait, was Hap the closest? Who was? Yes, Hap was the closest because you said 37, and there are 23 parts left. And because I did not make any bones about going over or under, you win the prize. So Hap gets 500 beans. So let's see, where is Hap in this list? Boom. There you go, sir. Congratulations. You overbid. Everyone knows that's a loss. No, I said the closest to it. I didn't say without going over, and it would be unfair. It would be unfair. This isn't, yeah, this is the price is wrong. But, okay, no. But yeah, I have 21 parts left over, or 23 parts left over, pardon me. The pages that I missed are for the back of the frame, or the body where it comes back to meet where the seat is. So, I need 2 of these. I need 4 of these. So, like, I need all the rest of these. That's it. That's it. Brilliant. All right, and then there are 2 more of these red deals here. And 2 of these spacers and 2 of these blue ones. So all those. And then these pieces go in here. Where's the, okay, I'm just going to keep it lined up with the number that's on there because it makes it easier just to make sure that I know that I've got everything in the proper line. And then this snaps over the end of this like so. Then this goes over like this. And then I do that again. Oh yeah, cats. Breaking things. It's always fun to break things. Apparently I got 3 of those out. It said I needed 4 of them. Oh, I see. One of the parts is covering up the other end of this that I needed to do. There we go. So I've got 2 brackets that look like that. And they go. My God, those things are... Alright. Okay, I see where they go, I think. This goes towards back of the bike. Snaps in here, geez. Okay, there's barely enough room to do what I'm doing here, so pardon me for not being more aware of where this is, you know, with the camera. But yeah, these things just wedge onto a couple of struts that are sticking out here. Ooh. There we go. That's right. Boom. And life is unfair. Indeed. Market built a bike that's going to have a recall. I smell class action lawsuit. Yeah. The frame's going to come apart, and, you know, the whole thing is going to collapse on someone. And ooh. Yeah, don't drop it. It would be bad. Put the kickstand up. That's what I keep running into, really, is the kickstand, because it kind of sticks out. Haha. All right, so then there are two of these little guys right here. Those also call for a decal. They get the GS symbol, and it looks like they go inverted into this space here. Yay, boss fight. Okay. As soon as I can get this snapped down. So you get me when my hands are full, so I can't get in on those. Alright, so there's one of them. And I'll lay this down here. So if Sark comes over and finished building the bike, would he be using after? Oh. 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 It's okay, boss. The minions have to do the work sometimes. Dun dun dun. So, did you catch that by any chance? Hap said, huh? Yeah, aftermarket. Yeah, you were ignoring it? Okay. Alright, so now this one goes on this side. Goes in this direction. This way. And do we have a cat in the tree? We do. See, this is the beautiful thing about cats, and if you have a Christmas tree, because you only have to put up the Christmas tree. You don't have to take it down. The cats will take care of that for you. Okay, if I can get that stuck on there. Alright, so both of those finish off the side of the frame here, or the body, anyway. Yay! Uh-oh. Did Sark get in there? Price is very right. Yeah, I figured Sark would appreciate that. That's awful. Alright, so now I've got several parts left still that don't seem to have any any viability as far as the rest of the build goes. Now, one thing that I do know is that there is a tendency for them to put an additional one of a lot of these smaller parts in here, and that might be the case that I have. That might be the reason that I have these, because these, I only ever saw one place for those to go, and they're the smallest ones in the bin. They usually have ones left over. I hope I'm right in that anyway. Because let's see here. Yeah, see, it says in this instruction book right here that there is only one of these in the kit, and I know that I used it. I know that I used one of them. So there are extra parts left. Oh, okay. So Sarg, you too will win some beans for your guess, because there are 9. They should give you a list of spares. Yeah, yep, indeed. Indeed. That would drive somebody crazy. Okay, so finished product. There it is. Now I still have to do, you know, stick these stickers on there, but I'm going to do that when I've got a little bit more directed light and so on. The gee, this thing is huge. My God, I need like more screen in order to fit this whole thing in here. But the pistons both turn. How many parts were left? Did I win the grand prize? You were late. Let me type something up here or do something up here really quick because Sarg, you need some beans. And you had the closest guess to how many parts I would have left over once I actually finish the model. So you are going to get bumped up here. Ooh, hang on, I didn't do that right. There we go. Now you're good. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, Sarg guessed 7, and there were 9. So, hey Sid, how's it going? Yeah, it does look pretty badass, doesn't it? I'm thrilled. It's freaking huge. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Sarg. What was that? Go Buffy. That's terrible. Yep. So the steering column works on and it is on a suspension. It has front forks and everything like that. That it has a working suspension. The gear system that runs from the drive shaft back here. Let's see if you can see the drive shaft back here. Yeah, there you go. And then when you tip it up this way, and you can see in, let's see, what's the best way to see in there? Probably not that way. There we go. We'll try this. All right. It's all backwards. Right in behind here, this spot right here, you'll see the piston moving once I spin the right wheel, because I'm looking at it mirrored. Dun, dun, dun. And it's a 2-cylinder boxer engine, so you know both sides are pistoning. It's pretty crazy. And then let's see, kickstand. There you go. The only thing it's missing is a center stand. I'll have to dig out my Legos and see if I can build one for it, so that you can prop it up like that. That is nuts. And of course let's see, saddlebags open up a smart way. I am purple, that is an understatement. I am quite the enthusiast, although I don't own one. I grew up on the back of one, a much older BMW, but I grew up on the back of a BMW motorcycle. Spent a lot of my childhood all over the U.S. and parts of Canada, and yeah, it was a pretty crazy way to grow up, but it worked. It worked. Can I build a nitrous kit with the spares? I don't know. But what I can do, I would hope, is figure out something to put these in, just in case. But yeah, just seeing that number listed on the back page there, because I know that there were 2 of them in the kit, because there's one as a tail light, this flat one right here. There are 2 of these, but on the parts list it lists only 1. So I know that they have extras, and Cordy says you find that to be the case as well, that there are extras involved. That's good. So I know I'm not crazy. But yeah, this is nuts. My mom really went overboard this this year, and you know, it's quite awesome. I do enjoy this kind of thing. It takes me back a little bit to my ute, and yeah, I used to spend quite a lot of time with these things. Nothing this technical. but that's why they're called Technic sets, huh? So this is the BMW R1200 GS Technic model from Lego, and just so that they don't yell at me for streaming it. I still have to put decals on it, and that'll happen at some point. You know, that happens. Last time they forgot a piece and ended up having to send out a whole new set. It's easier to throw in a few extras than replace the whole thing. Yeah, indeed. Yep. Yeah, I've actually have never run into an issue with that, but I've heard several people talking about having, you know, written them a letter saying, yeah, I bought this kit and this part got lost or this part wasn't in the box or blah 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 blah. Let's see, the gray side piece looks different on the box cover. Oh yeah, it would be because of this this decal right here, the GS, and then I think this one would go. I wonder where that one would go. It looks like it would be a tank label, but I don't see anything that would be a gas tank other than just this flat part here. And I don't think they'd have you put a decal over this open space. That would kind of suck, because then it would collect an awful lot of dust and dirt and not be very nice. But yeah, I'll lay these on. They've got a couple that go up here along the top of the fairing, and then side panels here and here. So, but again, I will do that when I have better situation sitting in front of me. There's one thing that I've done an awful lot of is modeling and decaling and stuff like that, and especially with the radio controlled car stuff that I used to do, there was an awful lot of that, and it's a lot easier to do that with a tool rather than your finger, because if you get your fingers on the back of the adhesive, you're going to get oil on them and it's going to ruin them. So, and something this big and beautiful deserves that kind of treatment, I think. Yeah. So if my mother and my father happen to be lurking or watch this at some point in time, you guys kick ass. This was a lot of fun to do. I'm actually seriously considering figuring out a way to do this. Not on the regular, because I can't fill up the house with this stuff. But you know, maybe once or twice a year wouldn't be a bad, or more, wouldn't be a bad thing to take on, because it was a lot of fun streaming this, even with the video problems that I had. So they sent a replacement helicopter rotor for a broken one when you were sending your old Lego kits to your nephews. Oh, no kidding. Oh, QWERTY, that rocks, dude. Thank you so much. You kick ass. And I hope you feel better soon, dude, because you should feel better soon. Because you haven't been feeling very well for a while, and I worry. So I tend to worry about that kind of stuff. Since I'm not usually prone to such things. Need more cameras for Lego streams. Yes, what I'd like to do, if I could have coordinated it with Sarg, I'm sure he would have loaned me his for a day, to put one up above, you know, shooting right at my hands from above. Stereoscopic. A VR stream? Oh, that would be kind of crazy. That would be really cool, actually, if I could do that. That would be pretty badass. That would be pretty badass, yeah. Yes. I would like to do that. But that probably would require a lot more technical know-how, as well as, you know, that green cash money that I don't have a whole hell of a lot of in order to do stuff like that. But yeah, I'd need somebody to help me with that, because I don't think I would. I don't think I'd fare. Look, I could barely pull off a one camera stream as it is. So I don't know how that would go, if you know what I mean. So what I'm going to do, since I finished this up, I'm going to go ahead and shut the stream down temporarily, mostly because I have to move the camera and get reconfigured scene-wise. And I'll light up the stream again in less than 10. Get coffee. Yes, indeed, get coffee. Go get coffee, go get a snack. And I will be back with Elite Dangerous. And I know Sarg's in there, probably. And I'm sure there are a few other people who may be willing and able to join us. But yeah, one last time, here's the bike in all of its glory. Dun, 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 dun. It's pretty hot. Pretty friggin' hot. So, and then the spinning pistons. Oh yeah, because you can see the whole drivetrain and stuff from underneath there. That's crazy. That is just crazy. And nuts. Nuts and crazy. Don't forget nuts and crazy. So I will ask you to be patient with me for less than 10 minutes. I don't think it'll take me very long. I'll run to the head, get some coffee, do that up, be good to go, and come back with some Elite Dangerous. So stick with me. Thank you very much. This is a lot of fun. Hopefully I'll get to do something like this in the near future, but not crazy nuts. Indeed. Indeed, indeed. Not crazy nuts. Just nuts and crazy. A little bit of both. All right. So bear with me. I will be right back. Booyah.